Yeah, man, we're going to be talking to Afro House pioneer and father of Ancestral Soul. I like how that sounds. Am I going to say this right? Boddhi Satva or Satva? I want to say this right. You got to tell me how to say your name. I don't want to mess this up today. Hello. Welcome to the crossover.
What, Nikki Z in the building. What's going on?
Give me the proper name to pronounce how to pronounce your name. Proper pronunciation.
Boddhi Satva.
Boddhi Satva.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, you got to tell me what that means.
Boddhi Satva is the it's a spiritual awakening. It's the stage before you reach the Buddhahood in the Buddhist philosophy of life. And a Bodhisattva, there's different souls, but technically a Bodhisattva is a being that has decided to, instead of going to nirvana, this ultimate state of absoluteness, decides to stay within the physical realm and help other human beings to reach consciousness. And until every last human being has reached consciousness, the Bodhisattva will not get into nirvana. So it's a bit of a
no, man, I love that.
Of a heavy burden, but I'm not getting that deep though.
No, man, that's actually, I love that. Now you're gonna have me go and research. Say it again, Boddhi Satva.
Boddhi Satva. So basically, I changed the spelling. So technically, the spelling is BODD HISATTVA. It's Bodhisattva in one word. So I split it up.
Bodhisattva. Yeah. I'm definitely about to go research all up on that because that sounds right up my alley. I want to be a Bodhisattva. But let's talk about you. Yeah, listen, it sounds right up my alley for sure. But let's talk about you. First of all, for those who are not familiar with Afro House, how would you describe that music genre?
Look, Afro House in simple formulation is African house music, or house music with African elements, and it has evolved, of course, through the years. We've been able to see about 9 cycles of the genres, 9 different kind of rebirth, and so within that genre, I created my sound, which I call Ancestral Soul, which is a much more open version of Afro House. Not saying that Afro House is not open, but it's just allowing me to, diversify my genres and the different color palette that I'm touching with my music. So my influences being so large, from obviously, reggae music to, ndombolo, soukous, hip hop, R&B. I'm a massive R&B head. I used to have a hip hop crew back in Central African Republic. So, my background being more, as they say, urban, I wanted to incorporate all these influences into the sound. And so, when I started, we launched the third Afro House cycle when I pioneered the new school, I would say. Yeah. And since then, there's been quite a lot.
I like how it's phrased as ancestral. Why can't I say the word? I said it 5 million times already.
It's okay. Ancestral Soul.
Ancestral Soul. It's a tongue twister.
Yes. It's a mouthful.
Oh my gosh. No, but seriously, I like how it sounds. But to me, like when I hear those 2 words put together, I think about vibrations, like sound vibrations. Is that something that's big in how you selected the sound? Because, there's music. People, there are producers who make music, great music, sounds great. But then there are people who actually pay attention to the actual vibrations of sound waves and what that does. So when I hear Ancestral Soul, am I saying it right? Oh my gosh, I'm going to kill myself.
You good.
You can say that all you want, but I'm going to beat myself up for this. You know what I mean?
Don't do that.
Yeah, but talk to me. Is that more where you're going when you say something like that, Ancestral Soul?
Look, I like where you're taking it. It's very interesting perspective. It has a little bit of that, but I'm not a hardcore frequency guy. I understand the importance of frequencies, and obviously that is very much part of the music that I do and produce. But Ancestral Soul is actually much simpler in a way. You know, my father was a Central African Frenchman, so black man, mixed race, if you wish to say.
Yeah.
My mother was white, Belgian American. I was born and raised in Central African Republic.
Yeah.
And until I reached 18 years old, I never actually really understood what my colors was, my skin color. So
Yeah,
for
'cause
me,
you
I
look
never
very
identified
white.
as white. I look freaking,
White.
Eastern European, if you ask me, or whatever. So, but for me, that was a dichotomy that was very hard for me to deal with because I saw myself as black.
Yeah.
So that made no sense to me to have that skin color and not identify, with my skin color. So eventually, the lack of melanin in my skin became replaced, or I would say compensated in my music, and so I became even more enthused in the desire to just go deep in my roots. And so that's why Ancestral Soul is really just about paying homage to ancestry while still being modern and futuristic at the same time.
Yeah. A lot of people who were born from mixed families go through these type of battles, but it's never one that's highlighted because it's always the assumption, well, hey, you got light skin and a white parent, you're good to go. But even Bob Marley, he went through these type of energies where, even in your community, they don't make you feel black enough anymore for something that's not even your fault. Tell me a bit about that.
Look, it's a very interesting conversation, especially colorism being a very important part of culture.
Yeah.
In our culture, whether it be in Jamaica or in Africa, there's not much difference, I would say. And that is something. Thankfully, my father always raised us understanding that we are nowhere near in no way, shape, or form superior to any person of actual black color. So there was no sense of superiority whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I was always raised to understand that I am a version of that blackness, except that my skin is not reflecting the color. But again, being black is not just the actual color. Being African is not just the actual color. So it was very complicated also for my parents to explain to us this concept, especially to me and remember, you should know that I'm the first grandson of the family.
Oh, you the spoiled baby. You can't tell. You
Oh, hell no. I ain't spoiled for shit. I'm literally getting... my dad was very strict. So there was this strict education. I had to be the example. I had to be... So, when you're raised to be a role model and to be an example, there's a couple of things that you have to break down as you grow up and as you evolve and understand that, okay, well, this is my identity. So... Now, I'm very well of my skin color. I'm in no conflict with my skin color, but I do identify as a black man without melanin. You could even say maybe that of some sort I've made peace with the idea that I will never be physically black, but again, I carry that within me. I'm African at the core, and I guess it speaks in my music as well. So it is what it is. You can't, and again, you can't really prove yourself to everybody. So
nobody's supposed to. You're supposed to prove yourself to yourself and be a better version of yourself to yourself. I'm trying to make myself better every day. So I critique myself. That's why I tell people. That's why I don't pay attention. You can talk about me till the kingdom come down. I am my biggest critic. You know what I mean?
But hold on. My question too would then be, how long did it take you to get to that point? Because it's very hard as an artist.
Yeah, it didn't wake up that way. Yeah, I definitely didn't. It took me way too long. It took me till I hit about 40. You know what I mean? So about 5 years ago. So it took me a long time to learn those things, but I'm so glad I'm here right now. And
hold on, did you just say you're 45?
Yeah, I'm 40. I'm 46 this year.
I swear to God, I'm not trying to be funny here. I was going to give you no more than 30 years old.
Thank you very much. That's why I like to say my age. Thank you.
Let's go.
Oh, by the way, I'll be in Africa, I'll be in Ghana. I can't wait. But when we're talking about colorism, before we drop this song, I find it so funny that so many people are trying to bleach their skin to get whiter. But where is the medicine to make you darker? Because, I'm ready to take some of that. Let's go. Let's check out the track. Yeah, Boddhi Satva on the line all the way from Africa. This one's called Sengra do Ex Ghetto. Am I saying that right?
Sangra do exagero.
Kind of close.
You there.
Quem tem sono dorme, quem tem dreno acorda. Sangra, meu mano, exagera.
All right, I'm in love. I'm sorry. I will be sitting here cleaning my house to this right here. Yeah, I just want to dance to it. You know what I mean? And, you know, I get what you were saying when I asked the question about frequencies, but I don't really see this as any different because it has so many identifiable cultures, like beats, and you know what I mean? So it still gives you that kind of frequency energy. I love that kind of stuff, so I'm all for it. All right, so
100%.
are you you're the artist on it? So I see three names. I see DJ Satellite, Braga Javiana.
Yeah, and Boddhi Satva. So I'm producing the record. DJ Satellite is also the DJ and producer as well.
Okay.
And Braga Havaiana is also a DJ and producer, but he's also MC. So the song is performed in Angolan Portuguese.
Oh.
And well, it's Portuguese actually, but he's really
Spanish. Yeah.
You know, and he's dropping that Portuguese kind of a Portuguese patois from Angola, which is very peculiar. And so it's it's one of those hype tunes, and it's a club banger, you know. And well, the album is pretty massive. There's 31 songs, so it's interesting as well that every country have their favorites, and every country have their particular picks. And I'm actually glad you picked this joint because it's it has that rawness to it.
Well, I didn't really pick it. I got sent two songs. I just picked one out of the two.
Oh, you got hold on. We gotta make up for this. Look, I gotta hook you up with the album. I gotta make sure.
Ooh, let me see that artwork. Let me see that artwork.
No, look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
You
Look
gotta
at
get.
this.
Oh, look at that. See,
Feel me?
yes, I do, and I love the green. Yeah, I see the one with Stoneboy. That one was sent twice. I have 2 copies of that in one folder. I know. But back to the artwork. See, first of all, I'm a plant mom, so the fact that you have tons of greenery surrounded by you, who chose that? Did you choose that? Because that already won me.
You know what? It was the artwork is done by one of my very good friend and brother from another, a internationally renowned photographer from Senegal by the name of Omar Victor Diop.
Yeah.
And we shot the picture when I was in Senegal last year. I was at his place. We spent some time, worked on the cover, and I was like, look, I'd love for you to do the artwork for the album. He was like, yo, let's do it. So we're talking about, an inspiration that really was, sort of like brought to him by the music, because I was just having demos at the time. The album was not done. Yeah. And so when he listened to the album, that's what came out. You know, so that dreamery was,
What part of Africa are you in?
So Central African Republic, but I'm actually technically I'm from Central African Republic, Bangui, and I live in Portugal, in Lisbon.
So tell me before we gotta know, like the Caribbean vibes in Africa where you are located. Who do you hear? Which artists are people really vibing with? Old veteran artists, but any new artists that in that area is really getting a buzz?
Of course, I mean, whether it be Vibes Cartel, I mean, all the legends, the Bounty Killers, the Chronics, the Kofi, and, this, man, you name it. Africa is as informed and on top of the actuality in Jamaican music as any Jamaican people. Like, in Africa, we don't play around when it comes to, what we love, the genres we love. And, there's a lot of misconception about the access to music, especially now with the internet. And even then, back then, you have no idea. I mean, we grew up on all these amazing artists. I mean, I've always been, for example, a Bounty Killer fan. Like, Bounty Killer?
Who is it? Come on,
bro. Like, what? That man. I try to work with. I try to find ways to work with him. It never happened, but. Like, those are some of my heroes. Like, like, come on.
Hey,
so,
yeah, sign language. Got me?
I like that.
You understand? That ain't for everybody.
I like that. I like that combination. I like that. So, so the access to the music has always been something that we've made sure was continuous. And so, African youth is very much in tune, especially now with the rise of Afro beats and, the intercultural exchange. Come on, it speaks volume as to how much there is in terms of influence.
I can't wait. I'm supposed to be headed out there in August, so I really want to get a grasp of what's happening out there. But the Ghana side, so I'm excited for that. All right, so
you're gonna feel home. You're gonna feel home for sure.
Oh, I know
You're gonna
that.
feel home for sure.
I know that. I played a few years ago at the Carnivore. The Carnivore.
Oh, in Kenya?
Yeah, in Kenya.
Nice.
Yeah, that place was.
Which event?
It was so many years
Blankets and
ago.
Wine?
I don't know the name of the event. It was with G Money. But it was many years ago with G Money. I played there. It was amazing. The amount of people that were there. It's just, and they were screaming all these things at me, and I didn't know what they were saying, but I knew it was good. So I was just like, this is awesome.
Yeah,
and I cried. I cried when I had to get back on the plane to leave. I don't even know what I was crying for. I just started crying. I didn't want to leave. So yeah, I'm excited to get
touched by the Holy Spirit.
Yes. Just smacked me with it. Just hold that.
Hallelujah.
Exactly. Hold on before lightning strike me. Hold on. All right, where can people follow you and get to know more of your movement and what you're doing?
Sure. I mean, people can follow me as Boddhi Satva, BODDHISATV, Boddhi Satva on my Instagram. I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube, I respond to messages, I handle my own network, so my own social network. So, I'm on each and every platform you can think of, including TikTok, which is kind of hard for me because I'm still wrapping my head around it.
Seriously, me too. I'm just, oh my gosh.
So, we're on there. Everything that's hype and happening, we there.
Right. I'm on it. I just don't use it that well. That's all. So I'm with you. All right, so we got Boddhi Satva. Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Did I get it right by the
Beautiful.
end? All right, let me try the other one. Ancestral Soul. Oh,
so
good.
You're dead. You're dead.
So good.
You're dead. All the money.
That's what I'm talking about. All right. So thank you so much for joining us. We're going to close out with this song right here because you got a song with Stonebwoy. I love Stonebwoy. He's from Ghana too, isn't he?
Yes.
Yes.
Big brother. And him, and this, you may not know of Preta Show. Preta Show is the Davido Burna Boy of Angola. Super massive artist. And we have also Tenny, who's an amazing singer from Central African Republic as well.
Yeah.
And the record is a banger. It's another club banger.
All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us, Boddhi Satva.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we're going to be speaking on the show again real soon. So let's check out this track, Raga Raga.